So Chantal, if we speak about leadership, what is that one thing that keeps a leader awake at night these days?
Yeah, there's a couple of things, and I'm actually wondering if we shouldn't add another thing to that, which is retention and engagement.
And it seems so simple, right? How can you get your audience engaged? How can you get your people really motivated in your organization?
Totally. Well, when you look at Gallup's research over the years, when we talk about engagement and retention, it's that feeling of belonging, it's care. Simple things, you don't have to throw money at it.
But yet so difficult, right?
So difficult, yeah.
Because we were talking about like it's in the MENA region, it's in the Middle East, it's in this area, but actually it's everywhere, right? If we see it in Europe, if we see it in US, if we see it in Asia, the same common things come back. It's retention, it's engagement, motivation of the people. But how, with a simple thing, how can we solve that?
For me, in my mind, it is listening.
Yeah.
Creating space for people to share their thoughts, their opinions, their fears even.
Yeah, and that listening comes from communication, right? It's part of the communication. But it would go even deeper, right? We talk about listening, but it's actually that active listening, right?
Yes.
To listen with an intention to listen to the person and not with an intention of your reply already.
Totally.
Don't have the answer ready, don't have your defense ready, but really like open listening without having your mind already set on your answer.
Yeah. I sometimes get quite frustrated when I'm doing workshops and I ask people, so what does active listening look like? And they're like, oh, it's eye contact, body language. And I'm like, well, you know what? There are some men in my family that do that really well, but they've got this glazed over look, and I can see the lights are on, but nobody's home. Nobody's really listening.
Yeah. So there comes that active part of it, right?
Yes. What does it really look like to listen, to understand?
And another one that we can bring back to that communication is like, how often, as you as a leader, if you think about yourself, like how often do you open the meeting? How often do you set the scene? Which means you bias the room. Because everybody knows like, the manager wants to go in that direction, so I'm gonna answer in that direction. Why not do it the other way around? Like, don't open, but give the scene to the people in the room, that they can all speak their mind. And what you create with that is actually that the fact that they belong, that they are heard. That's a part of active listening. As a leader, you're really then practicing that part, right?
Totally.
And also, like what I just said, like you don't bias the room. You really give them that open setting where they can speak, and you as a leader can make better decisions because you get an honest answer, an honest conversation.
Yeah. And those better decisions are all about the data points that you can collect as a leader, and the more data points you have, the better your decisions.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So communication is a topic in our C-Treat retreat on day 2, and it's gonna go very deep and with some very simple tips and tricks like you just hear, right?
Yeah.
And that's really gonna make a difference for you as a leader.
Yeah, so come and join us.
Yes, please. Welcome to C-Treat.